Happy hump day. Holy smokes, Doc Rivers sucks. But we got a 12-game slate. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and it is hump day, the middle of the week. We got a lot of basketball to talk about. This is the MLB opening day eve. That's right. We are going to be coming to you with an MLB video late Wednesday night, but this is the NBA video, and we got 12 games. It is a humongous slate, biggest one in quite a while, that's for sure. Yesterday, we only had one bet. It was just a terrible 4-game slate. I hated everything about it. I gave you a teaser. One of the legs pushed with the Pelicans. The other one, the Bucks up 19 points in the fourth quarter. I think it was 19, maybe 20, and they lost the game in double overtime. You just continue it, right? Just make it 4 in a row for me. Losing bets at the very end of the game, but I just want to say this: not about my bet. It lost. What it is, what it is. It's one bet, 0-1. We get through it. As a sports fan, just an NBA fan watching it, Doc Rivers, what are you doing? Like the entire fourth quarter, Chris Middleton is like the main hub of the offense. He's taking every shot. The offense is running through him. And the Lakers just keep coming back and they make no adjustments. It makes no sense how some of these coaches, like the Celtics coach yesterday, they lost by 30. These are the top 2 seeds in the Eastern Conference. In the last 2 days, Celtics blow a 30-point lead to a bad Hawks team. And then this happens. The Bucks blow a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter to this Laker team without LeBron James. It's bonkers to me. Coaches are not making adjustments. Doc Rivers, I've always mentioned it, has been overrated. So this again, I'm just mad just as a basketball fan. Obviously, I wanted the Milwaukee to win because of the bet, but it's just mind-boggling to me as to what's going on in the NBA. But either way, like I said, one bet, we move on. We're gonna have some more bets today, that's for sure. We got a good slate today. But anyways, if you are new to the channel, like I said, we're gonna do MLB daily research help and best bets videos every single weeknight, like we do in the NBA. And when I say research help, I mean a ton. You will get good hitter matchups, pitcher strikeout. You're going to get pitcher reports and other things. It's going to be huge. I'll give you some best bets at the end, but there's a lot to take away from those videos. Baseball is my favorite sport, so I'm excited to talk some baseball with you guys. But right now, again, it's NBA, and I got some dad jokes before we get into it. So let's go. 2 dad jokes, one from one of you guys, and then one from me. From @DillyReallyDo. I hate my job. All I do is crush cans all day. It's so depressing. That's a good one. That's just phenomenal. All right, here's mine. When is the worst time to have a heart attack? During charades. Yep, that's pretty accurate. That's just a fact, I think, actually. But in this video, it's Wednesday, so we got a little more to get to. Yesterday's recap is going to be really quick. It's one bet. And then defenses that give up the most points, rebounds, and assists to the small forward position. And then because it's Wednesdays, we're talking the G's of threes, the hottest 3-point shooters and the defensive matchups with it in the last 8 games. And then I'll give you my best bets and we finish it with the bets recap. I feel a big day coming on, so hit that like button, leave a comment below, help this channel grow. And if you are new to the channel, welcome to the community. Hit that subscribe button as we're about to reach 22,000 subscribers. Not about to, but we're on our way there. So I appreciate all you guys talking sports day in and day out. I am just very thankful. So let's get into it. And it starts with the recap. All right, there it is. Only one bet for, I think, the only time we've ever done that this year, but it's a 5-point teaser, like I already talked about. Bucks minus 3.5, up 19 or 20 in the fourth quarter, and they lose in double overtime. Also, if you had Giannis over 29.5 points, he had 29 points and missed 2 free throws in double overtime. I think he ended up like 1 of 6 from the free throw line. That was a brutal beat. Pelicans +7. What a game, man. They were down by a ton at halftime, and they actually were the ones coming back. They had a lead, I think 3, 4, 5-point lead with only a few minutes left, and they choked it all the way down to losing by 7. I mean, the Thunder went on a run in the last 2-3 minutes of the game, and that was a push, but it didn't matter because the Bucks suck. So anyways, that's the recap. There's the overall record. I mean, with the last 4 losses in the very last seconds that we've had, we could easily be up 10 or 11 units right now. It's a big swing, but you know what? It is what it is. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. So let's keep moving on. But before we get into the best bets, let's talk some small forwards. All right, these are the defenses giving up the most points to the small forward position. This is all within the last 15 days, and we got 3 matchups for today. The 76ers giving up the most in the NBA last 15 days, facing Paul George, who is averaging 25 points per game, shooting the ball well, as you will see a little bit later. So that's a good matchup. Next one, Raptors, who just can't defend anyone because they're playing with all second stringers. Facing Dante DiVincenzo coming off a big game. He is averaging 21.2 points per game. And then the Lakers giving up 22.42 points per game, facing GG Jackson of the Memphis Grizzlies, averaging right about the same at 21.8. So those are the three matchups, and all the rest of the guys for today and the rest of the weekend. Take a screenshot, go get some winners, and let's check out the rebounds now. Only one matchup, surprisingly, with how many games we got. It's the Detroit Pistons versus Kyle Anderson. The matchup we've all been waiting for. The Pistons, 8.3 rebounds given up, and Anderson, 5.3 rebounds per game. Denny Avdia up there at 10.3 rebounds per game. I believe he is coming back today. And then Marketing now and Middleton and all that. So, anyways, that's the rebounds. Let's check out the assists and wrap this up. We only got two matchups for the assists. We got the Clippers facing Kelly Oubre Jr. of the Philadelphia 76ers. Clippers giving up the most assists. Oubre averaging 3.3, and then the Warriors giving up just about 4.5 assists to the small forward position. And Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic, and the German accent is out again, 4 assists per game. Now, I don't know how important this stat is because, again, look from number 1 to number 10 team, it's less than 1 assist. Small forwards obviously aren't known for a lot of assists. So, and then up there at number 1 is Chris Middleton, the guy who tried to take over the game in the fourth quarter in their terrible, terrible full job they just had. So, anyways, that's the points, rebounds, and assists to the small forward position. Now, before we get into the best bets, we gotta talk the G's of threes. All right, these are the hot shooters from downtown in the last 8 games. And if you are new to seeing this, the minimum requirement is 40 or more three-point attempts and 40% shooting or better. The 40-40 rule. We got 2 pages of hot shooters. And then on the right side, we just started doing this a couple months ago. We were talking defenses giving up the highest three-point percentage in the last 8 games. Not exactly to that position, just in general. So, anyways, we got Klay Thompson starting it out over there. I'm not going to go through each one, but Paul George, like I mentioned, 48.3% shooting, just been on a roll. And Sam Hauser of the Celtics. That's only 6 games. So if there's, I checked it all in the last 8 games. If someone played less than that, I put it on there, as you can see, in case you want to see, do some math and figure out how many 3-pointers these guys are taking per game. D'Angelo Russell down there shooting 47%, and Naz Reid of the T-Wolves shooting almost 50% as well. And I believe Gobert is questionable in that game. So just wanted to point that out for Naz Reid. But anyways, as you can see on the right side, Clippers have just been struggling in general. Giving up 44.6% to the 3-point or to their opponents from downtown. The Jazz have been number 1, I think, almost every week, and now they are number 2. The Clippers are just something is wrong there. Ty Lue's not happy. Clippers are not playing well. And then we got the Warriors, Celtics, Hawks, so on and so on. But anyways, that's page 1. Hopefully this helps you with some 3-point props, points props, if it's a good matchup, things like that. And then let's go to page 2. And there he is, the leader in the clubhouse, Grayson Allen of the Phoenix Suns, 29 for 54, 53.7%. That is unbelievable. He has been stroking it all year. And then we got Austin Reeves, 42.3%. Kispert's been shooting the ball well for the Wizards. Tatum shooting 43.1%. Again, that's only in 6 games. And then Alex Caruso, 46.8%. And Michael Porter Jr. as well. Yeah, I won't say anything else about Porter right now, but yeah, that's what we got for the G's of threes. Just 2 pages. We had a lot of shooters that have just been kind of struggling lately. Sometimes we fill up almost 3 full pages, but again, there's on the right side, you see the defenses giving up the highest 3-point percentage in the last 8 games. So that's the G's of threes. And now let's talk some best bets. All right, this segment is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. Click that link below in the description. You will see a promo code link. You use JABOMM for March Madness. Goes to the end of March. You get 1 month free. So go check that out. It's an awesome app. But here we go. First game takes us out to the ATL. We got the Hawks hosting the Portland Blazers. Hawks minus 11. Total in this game 214.5. Who is not excited to talk about this game on a Big 12 game slate? But against the spread, Blazers 34, 37 and 1 ATS, 18 and 16 ATS on the road. Hawks 25 and 46 against the spread. That's not good. 13 and 22 ATS at home, and then over under Blazers 36 and 36, Hawks 38, 32 and 1 to the over. I am not picking a side because I could care less about a Hawks Blazers game, but I will take a player prop that I love. It is Mr. DeAndre Ayton, 20 plus points at minus 125 on FanDuel. So I said 25 plus or 20 plus points because that's how I actually bet it. So if you go to FanDuel, the line is actually 20 and a half. It was like minus 105. I scroll down, you can get 20 plus points. You choose it, and it's at minus 125 as of recording. When I gave it on Discord and everything, I don't know what it's going to be when you guys see it. DraftKings has it around minus 135 at 19 and a half. ESPN Bet was around minus 140. I know books are going to be at 20 and a half soon, but anyways, enough of that about the line. But DeAndre Ayton is questionable. I understand that. I don't usually play guys that are questionable. I'm going to make an exception because I think if he plays, he's going to play full minutes. This guy was playing, and we'll get into it, but he just plays a ton of minutes anyways. He hasn't. It's not like he's been missing a month and needs a minutes restriction or anything like that. If he plays, he'll play big minutes, in my opinion. If he doesn't play, the bet is voided in general. I don't think he's going to pull a Jonte Porter and hurt his eye because he doesn't have his under on himself. But anyways, DeAndre Ayton, he has hit this line in 6 of the last 7 games. One game was against this same Hawks team that struggled to defend the pick and roll. I watched some of that game. Yes, I did. I don't know why I did watch some of it, but he was able to do whatever the heck he wanted. He scored 33 points in that game. And yeah, they could make some adjustments, but Atlanta is not exactly a great defense. And so he should be able to dominate again with volume. That was with Anthony Simons in the lineup. In this game, Anthony Simons out, Jeremy Grant out, Shaden Sharp out, Malcolm Brogdon still out. So it's going to be up to him, Banton, and Mr. Scoot Henderson to really compete in this game. I do worry about a blowout, of course. I worry about a blowout on every single bet. Let's just face it. Every single bet. A pick'em, a -1, a -28. It doesn't matter. They all have the potential for a blowout. In this game, I am going to try to make an exception and hope that they can compete enough because DeAndre Ayton's a guy that just plays so many minutes. So he's averaging 18 shots per game in these last 7 games. That's a ton of volume for just needing 20 points. And if this game is somewhat competitive and he plays 30 plus minutes, I absolutely love him to score 20 points. This is a high-paced matchup with the Atlanta Hawks. He's played 37 or more minutes in 4 of the last 5 games. That's right. They just use and abuse him. They don't have many guys. So they really need Ayton to just try to compete with anybody. So give me Ayton to score 20 plus points for the 7th time in 8 games as my first best bet. Before we get into those next best bets, we have a new promotion with FanDuel. That's right. We got new customers only. Bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets if you win. It's not hard to win, guys. If you can just go throw $5 on any bet you want. You don't have to win a certain amount. It can be on a huge favorite and then go get that $200 in bonus bets if you win. How to get this? You click that link below in the description on the FanDuel part and sign up. Does not take long. Go deposit your money and just bet $5 and you get 200 in bonus bets. It's an absolute no-brainer. Got to take advantage of it while you can. So I just want to make sure I like to get out all the best promotions I can to you guys in case you're in a legal state that can jump on these good deals with these sports books. So that's what we got. But of course, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back to the bets. All right, the second bet takes us out to Memphis, Tennessee. We got the Grizzlies hosting the Lakers. And before I get into this, I want to let you know I will have 3 bets on this video and 3 leans. There is a ton that I like. Some of these leans are maybe a bet, and I also like other ones. I may add 2 in the morning and end up with 5. It's just a huge slate, and there's a lot to like. So anyways, this one, Lakers favored by 4.5. Total in this game, 219.5. Against the spread, Lakers 34-39 ATS, 14-19 ATS on the road. Grizzlies 35-37 ATS, 14-21 ATS at home. Over under, Lakers 40-32-1 to the over, Grizzlies 38-33-1 to the under. Now, my best bet in this game, it's not going to be one of the superstars. It's Mr. Desmond Bane over 26.5 PRAs at -120 on ESPN Bet. So Desmond Bane, he's played 4 games since return from injury. 2 really good games, 33 and 32 PRAs, and 2 bad games, 21 and 11 PRAs. One of those was against the Nuggets. But what I'd like to see in those 4 games, he took 14, 13, 19, and 17 shots. The volume is there. He's had a couple rough shooting nights. But I also like to see the shot volume, and I also like to see the minutes. And he came back not inching his way in. He has played 31 or more minutes in 3 of those 4 games. The one he did not was a blowout. So that's good to see. I think it's a great buy low spot for Mr. Desmond Bane. This line's pretty low. He's a guy that when he gets going and he's shooting the ball well and being aggressive, he can score 25 on its own. He won't even need rebounds and assists. But he now gets to face the Lakers team that has given up the 5th most points to the shooting guard position and the 6th most rebounds to the shooting guard position in the last 30 days. It's a great matchup. And now you have this Laker team coming off a double overtime game in Milwaukee, having to travel and play this game against Memphis. You think they're up for that? You think they're going to play their best defense? They're going to have tired legs. And that's why you see this spread kind of weirdly at 4.5. It's not a big spread, so it could be a competitive game because of that. But I think also Desmond Bain should be good for about 6 to 10, 7 to 10 RAs in this one. But I think it comes down to making shots. If you want to take his points alone, I don't mind that either. But I think he plays good minutes here because, like I said, competitive spot. He's going to want to show up after last game, which was a little rough. And it's just a terrible spot for the Lakers defensively, just overall in general. We don't know if LeBron's playing. We don't know if AD's playing. So give me Desmond Bain. Whether they play or not, it does not matter. I like Desmond Bain to bounce back in a little buy low spot over 26.5 PRAs. And let's move on to bet number 3. All right, this third and final bet before we get into some leans is the Warriors at the Orlando Magic. Magic -6, total in this game 218. ATS numbers: Warriors 38, 32 and 1 ATS. They are 23 and 1 ATS on the road, the number one against the spread team on the road, like we've talked about. Magic, holy cow, 47 and 24 against the spread. They are 24 and 10 against the spread at home. They are the number 2 at home ATS team. This is the number 1 road ATS versus the number 2 home ATS team. So that's a pretty good matchup. Over under in this game: Warriors 36 and 35 to the over. Magic 38, 32 and 1 to the under. Again, I'm not going with a superstar. My best bet in this game is Andrew Wiggins over 10.5 points at -125 on ESPN Bet. I'm not sure why this line is this low. I thought it'd be 11.5 at least to start. And I think it moves up to 12.5 to be honest by tip off. So I like it 11.5. I got it on ESPN Bet. I still like it at 11, or I got it at 10.5, but I still like it at 11.5. So Magic, good defense overall. I mean, a great defense overall. We know that. That's why I think this number is at 10.5. But in the last 10 games, Mr. Wiggins is averaging 13.7 points per game. He's over this line in 7 of the last 10 games, and actually he scored 15 or more points in 6 of the last 10. This 10.5 line I think is too low. I think they baked the Magic defense into this line a little bit too much. He has one of the better matchups on the court also against Franz Wagner. See, I just said it normally that time, but I like Wiggins here. I think Kuminga's got a tougher matchup, and I think Wiggins can score. He's not a guy who relies on just shooting threes. He can get some offensive rebounds, some putbacks. Again, we're just asking for 11. This is the second night of a back-to-back for the Warriors, so I do want to point that out. But in the last 6 back-to-back games, Andrew Wiggins has gone over 10.5 points in 4 of those 6 games. So his minutes a little bit all over the place. He's going to get around 24 to 30 minutes. It's not consistent 28 to 30 or anything like that. But he's in that 24 to 30 mark. And I think because of the Magic size, because of the help they're going to need with rebounding and everything, I think he's going to get good minutes. I expect 25 or more. I don't think that's asking that much. And this is where the crazy part comes in. When he plays 25 or more minutes, he has now gone over 10.5 points in 10 straight games. Not just that, he is averaging 16.6 points per game in those 10 games when he's playing 25 or more minutes. So if the minutes are there, Wiggins is going to get it. Like I said, I think he gets 25 plus minutes in this one. This line is too low. Would not be surprised if it got bumped up. If it already is at 11.5, I still like it. But anyways, that's my third best bet, Mr. Andrew Wiggins over 10.5 points. And now let's get into some leans here. I got 3 of them. We're going to go just super quick over these. These are just 3, and there's more already that I'm starting to like. And again, it's like midnight already. I can't be up till 2 a.m. Got too much to do. But the 3 leans: Denny Adia over 11.5 rebounds plus assists, or over 3.5 assists if you want to do that too. No Tyus Jones, and he's had 5 assists in both games, which are the last 2 games without Tyus Jones, who will be out again, obviously. And he's also rebounded well. 9 plus rebounds in 5 of the last 6 games, getting a lot of rebound chances. So you could go over 3.5 assists. I think that line's kind of pretty low. So this might be a sneaky little bet for Mr. Denny. And then Josh Hart, under 13.5 rebounds. I know that's hard to say, but guys, this is, like I said, for Desmond Bain, it's a buy low spot. For this one with Josh Hart, it's kind of a sell high spot to me. He is under this in 7 of the last 10 games. Yes, the Raptors cannot rebound. Yes, the Raptors suck. But because they suck so bad, there could be a blowout. Now, it's a Tibbs player. So a blowout for him might mean instead of playing 45 minutes, he might play 38. So I get that. But the Raptors struggle rebounding, which means there's a lot of Knicks players that could grab a ton of rebounds. So It's more of a sell high spot. I haven't pulled the trigger on any of these leans yet. It's just something I'm thinking about. But I do like the under 13.5 rebounds. And this third one's quick. Nick Claxton over 10.5 rebounds. It's the Wizards. You thought the Raptors couldn't rebound? Holy smokes, the Wizards are horrendous. We've talked about it all season long. I don't need to say more. Claxton's had some big rebounding games against bad rebounding teams. It could be competitive. Kuzma, Denny playing. So, anyways, I know that's two in the same game that nobody cares about, but these are just three leans I have. Again, there's a lot more in my mind right now that I want to look more into and dig into. I'm going to post any leans and any more added plays, which I will have at least one, more than likely two at least in the morning. So check that out. It'll be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. All right, that's what we got. Big slate to get into in the NBA. We haven't had a lot of these, so this is exciting. A good card. Let me know. Leave a comment below what your best bet is for today, or a good little parlay or something like that. So, anyways, that's what we got. Let's check out the bets recap. All right, there it is. We got DeAndre Ayton 20 plus points at minus 125 on FanDuel. Desmond Bain over 26.5 PRAs minus 120 on ESPN Bet. And then Mr. Andrew Wiggins over 10.5 points. That's at minus 125 on ESPN Bet as well. Another lean I did not mention is Nikola Jokic triple double. It's not a bad option. Yusuf Nurkic may not play that game, which makes it even more enticing, but just want to point that out. So, anyways, those are the best bets for Wednesday. There is a lot going on in the NBA that day. And then after that, we have a big MLB slate with only 2 NBA games that day. So MLB will be stealing the show. So, anyways, that's what I got. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it. It's time to end the bad luck. Let's get some winners. Let's even get a sweep. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.